started the Dakar in 2000. 13 years later, Cyril Desprez has 5 victories to his name with KTM. He dedicated his life to the Dakar. And in 2015, history changed for the French rider. The biker has become a driver. Me, I'm living for 7 or 8 days. A Dakar that I just don't know. The Dakar of this year for me is being far behind. I finished the stages in 102nd position, 64th position. I came back 2 days in the night, 1 day in Copiapo in the dunes in the night. I imagined that it would be hard to drive fast, but now I really know. It's not easy to be Mr. Petter.
C'est pas facile d'être Monsieur Petter.
He has to take his time to learn the limit of the car, not to go too fast, because a biker in general is not afraid to get injured. When he passes from the bike to the car, he has a roll cage around him. He's not afraid and he wants to go flat out, and it can go wrong.
When you arrive in a car, you have to stay focused on your steering wheel and on your dashboard. And I used to watch all the instruments navigate, and now I don't have it anymore, so it's not easy. It slides a lot like a bike can. Today, we had jumps at 130 and 140 kilometers an hour. It was the same feeling as you get on a bike. For sure, I did not battle to be second in moto. So I'm not here to do the same in cars. But let me progress. Let me listen, absorb the information, and we'll talk about it in a few years. A well-deserved rest day for the cars and their crews. After struggling to make it through the marathon stage, a lot of work had to be done on the remaining 73 cars of the race. Week 1 of the Dakar was indeed an intense affair. The Dakar started with a bang. Negative, very negative. As soon as stage 1, title holder Nani Roma could forget about retaining his crown. After only 3 kilometers of the first special, it was really sad. I wanted to believe, but it really is a disastrous Dakar. But I have to accept it. It's motorsports. There was a lot of hope and expectation in the Peugeot clan, but for Carlos Sainz, the rally stopped on the way to Antofagasta. A lot of dust, a lot of cars. It was hard to stay on a good track. But the issue came after overtaking a quad. Those are the sorts of things that can happen. With Desprez far behind, all hopes lay on the shoulders of Stefan Petterhansel. Six weeks ago, we weren't even sure of being able to do the first stage. We've now done 7. We didn't have big technical problems. Most of the time I was lost due to my own mistakes. I probably wouldn't be in front or fighting with Nasser, but without those mistakes, we could have easily been in the top 5. So, for a first experience, it's really rather positive. For Cyril Desprez, the switch from bikes to cars has been a tough one. It isn't the Dakar that I know. I'm here to learn, to discover, and I discovered a lot this first week, and ate a lot of dust as well. Probably the best surprise of this year's Dakar is Saudi Yazid Al-Raji.
Oh. Sure, happy we are here. We show everybody we are good. We can fight to win. First year for me, I come to learn and fight with top guys. We have a lot of experience. Imagine next year or third year or fourth year or fifth year, we can do a very good job.
After claiming his first ever special win, he's third overall.
You don't know what's going on in Dakar. Have 5 long days to go, and we see what's going on.
Calm and composed, Giniel de Villiers remains in the fight. Second overall, he's ready to pounce.
It's not easy to gain time on a guy like Nasser, and if you gain it, you need to try and keep it. But anyway, it's happened. We will just have to try and fight, the couple of days that are left after the rest day.
The man to beat is Nasser Al-Attiyah, winner of 3 stages so far.
I think our target to keep going like this, and just to control Giniel de Villiers, and this will be a good thing, until Buenos Aires.
Mini versus Toyota, Al-Attiyah versus de Villiers. The second week of the Dakar promises to be spectacular. Meanwhile, Robbie Gordon might be spectacular, but for the second year in a running, he's out of contention for a top position. Because the top 5 at the moment is held by Nasser Al-Attiyah, who has a 6-minute gap over Giniel de Villiers. Al-Raji in third, Christoph Hollowitz in fourth, Bernard ten Brink an hour and 22 minutes back in fifth. The second Dutch driver, Eric van Loon, just behind him in sixth. Ahead of Christian Lavielle, Stefan Petterhansel, the best of the Peugeots, in 8th position. What happened? What happened? A competitor, number 100, he's in the water. The race is stopped or not? No. Well, I'm gonna go. We just had a wave coming in front of us in the river, and now it's impossible. So we're going to cut here. We're going to try and stay on the hill to not be in danger. Try and find this track. In 2 kilometers 21, we were supposed to leave the river here. So I imagine there's a track here that we find by passing there. It's really bad.
Je vais descendre dedans.
One more. Not easy. Not easy, this one. My nerves are giving way. Oh yeah? Congratulations. It's a good job, my friend. time to get ready for a new week of the Dakar. After the marathon stage, the trucks were stopped in the bivouac, but there was a lot of action for the mechanics to repair the vehicles during their rest day. After a second place last year that came only 3 seconds behind the winner, Gerard de Roy had no other hope than victory for this Dakar in 2015. 50 kilometers into the fourth special stage, he landed hard on a jump and broke the diff of the rear axle. It took him 5 hours to repair. He had to come back to the bivouac at night and lost a total of 6 hours. After that, his Dakar was over, and he's now chasing stage victories. For the second week, he's 14th overall. His teammate Hans Stacey is scoring his best performance for Iveco. He's 6th overall, but the gap is still big to get towards the podium. He's 2 hours and 5 minutes behind the leader. Alex Lopez was consistent this week. With a stage victory on the marathon stage, he's now 4th overall, 59 minutes behind first place. And now he'll have to battle against the 3 Kamaz in front of him.
We are competing with the factory Team Kamaz, and they are really strong competition for us, but we are trying to get between them or maybe somewhere even more up. So for sure we are still focused on the podium, and of course the best one will win, that's for sure.
Edouard Nikolaev was comfortably in the lead before the marathon stage, but turbo issues made him lose precious time. But then, an outstanding 8th special saw him hit back in style. 3rd overall, he remains in the run to conquer a 2nd crown after his 2013 victory. The Kamaz crew has 3 different options to clinch another Dakar title. Andrei Karganov, 2nd overall, is one of them. The Russian is only 5 minutes away from the race lead. But he'll have to beat this man, Irat Mardiev, a member of the new Kamaz generation. He's the man in command. The son of Ilgazar Mardiev, 2nd on the 2007 rally, is on his way to do much better than his much-missed father.
It's amazing. It's very difficult Dakar. After 1 week of Dakar, the first place, but Dakar now beginning now.
So it's all about the Kamaz. Mardiev from Kardanov from Nikolaev. Can Alex Lopez do anything to break their stronghold and lockdown on the top 3? Tomorrow, the struggles of Bolivia will be a distant memory as we turn east for our last day in Chile. After the stages of the last few days that shook the race apart, the field will come back together to climb up to the desert in Calamar. So we turn and trace a path back towards Argentina.